Last week, I remembered something funny from my childhood. I remembered my very timid years when the head girl in my class had to make me write all of her notes. I couldn't shun her or stand up for myself. Growing into a teen, I let people get away with their bad attitudes. I thought shyness was normal until I discovered I wasn't loosening myself up to live freely and fully. I can't confront people. I can't express my thoughts and ideas because I felt people were watching me and they would judge me. If you can relate to this story, stick around as I share how and the steps I took to break free from this shyness. The first thing I started to do was to pray about it. During those times, I allowed people define me and I believed their thoughts towards me. I was more focused on people's ideas instead of focusing on God's thoughts towards me. As I grew in my relationship with God, I started to become Christ confidence instead of self-confidence, because self can fail, but Christ cannot fail. I stopped allowing my thoughts define me. I stopped allowing people tag me and put me in a box, and I started taking bold steps to knowing more of God's thoughts towards me through His Word. The second thing I started to do was to cultivate a positive mindset. There are times when I tend to be unsure of myself, even as I consistent with my relationship with God. During these times, I pause and I start to project my thoughts towards thinking, in this moment, what is God thinking of me? As I meditate on God's thoughts towards me, I start affirming it to my own self. During those bad days are the times when you are likely to become discouraged and feel less confident about yourself. To redeem the time, to save your energy, channel your energy immediately into reading and meditate on what God says about you through the scriptures. The third thing I started to do was to make sure I stay free. Joyce Meyer said in her book, freedom is difficult to gain, but staying free is much more difficult. When you start to notice positive patterns in your life, when you think that God has saved you and redeemed you, don't just relax. When you relax, the devil uses it against you and he tries so hard to bring you back to that bondage. Try as much as possible to maintain that freedom you have gotten. Make sure you remain committed to the spiritual and personal growth you have set for yourself. And not just the goals you set for yourself, but the goals and standard inspired through God's Spirit and Word. Please, if you're watching this video, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and leave a comment on the comment section, because this is the only way you can help me grow. Thank you. Last thing on my list is more personal. When I made a decision to keep shining the light of Christ, trust me, it isn't easy at all. So this is where I had to go out of my way to talk to strangers, engage in activities that aren't favorable to me so that I would relieve a burden or put a smile, because I have decided that I want to live fully, I want to live boldly, I want to live without fear. So I don't want to live according to what my flesh is telling me. I don't want to keep pleasing the flesh. I don't want to always stay at my comfort and say, oh my God, I don't feel like doing this thing. I don't feel like going out there. I don't feel like, engaging in a particular activity because I am tired or all of that. So it's like letting go of your feelings, and doing it feeling tired, doing it feeling weak and all of that. So you have to make a decision to radiate the light of Christ, irrespective of what you feel. It wouldn't be easy at first, but as you keep up, it starts becoming a part of your personality. The end goal is that as you shine the light of Christ through His grace, He is glorified in you, in your character, not for men pleasers or for self glory. He is glorified in your character. And when you do that, when people see the light of God in you, they are drawn to His light and they are drawn to Him.